What Jesus refers to as the first type of soil, where the seeds fall on the paths and are eaten by the birds. Jesus tells us that this represents those who hear the word, but because they don't understand, the evil one takes away the seeds that had been planted in their heart. The rocky ground. It represents those who initially receive the word with joy, but because they have no root, when times of trouble come, their joy proves to be short-lived and they fall away. The thorny ground represents those who hear the word, but let the cares of the world and the deceit of wealth choke out the word, and thus never become fruitful. The good soil represents those who hear and embrace the word. It is they who can produce a crop which yields many more seeds than used to sow, yielding as much as 30, 60, or even 100 times the original number of seeds planted. The sower can represent God, or those authorized to act on his behalf. The seed, Jesus tells us, is the Word. This could be the gospel of Jesus Christ, or even the Savior himself, for he tells us, "I am the Word." As we read the parable of the sower, we might ask, where do the words of Christ fall in our lives? Do they fall on trampled paths, rocky soil, thorny ground, or good soil? In Ephesians, we are encouraged to let the word of Christ take root in the fertile ground of our hearts, that Christ may dwell in your hearts by faith, that ye, being rooted and grounded in love, may know the love of Christ, which passeth knowledge, that ye might be filled with all the fullness of God. For those of us who have Jesus Christ deeply rooted in our hearts, what are we doing with it? Are we seeking to multiply the Savior's love by sharing it with others? Are we constantly working and tending the soil of our hearts so that the planted seeds can continue to flourish? As we find joy in studying the words of Christ, we will find strength to withstand the thorns, rocks, birds, and even the harsh rays of the sun beating down upon us. As we do so, the refreshing, living waters that come from the Savior will provide the life-giving nourishment we need to grow and flourish.